State House correspondent and standby to give highlights of President Tinubu's visit to Netherlands.
Fix ourselves and know what we are targeting.
National Council for Women's Societies holds convention with focus on investing in women. Participants at National Summit on Justice stress need for codification of appointment of judicial officers to reduce discretion. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We are reaching you live from Abuja. I am Olajide Bello. Many thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu has concluded his official state visit to the Kingdom of Netherlands. Earlier, State House correspondent Musbah Danwahab joined us from The Hague for an update. He gives us an idea of the outcomes of the state visit and possible areas of collaborations.
Yes, indeed, the assignment is concluded here for President Bola Tinubu in the Kingdom of Netherlands on the state visit on invitation of the Prime Minister Mark Rutte, where a lot of agreements have been reached, and he has now proceeded to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, particularly for another critical assignment where the World Economic Forum will be taking place. Now, that is another very critical assignment for President Bola Tinubu because issues concerning Nigeria will be discussed here, talking about global collaboration, growth, and energy for development. It's going to be another opportunity for President Bola Tinubu to meet with world leaders again, and of course captains of industry on how to collaborate or how to boost the economy of Nigeria. Now, talking about the achievement here in the Netherlands, the president led a team that has successfully met with various companies here in the Netherlands, and some agreements have been reached, particularly in the area of agriculture, and there's also an agreement on collaboration on research and development. And again, Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Adegboyega Oyetola also told the Port of Rotterdam on possible knowledge transfer to the Nigeria Port Authority. So that is expected to be part of the gains from the state visit to the Kingdom of Netherlands. And we spoke to our Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Tuga, who highlighted some of the gains from this state visit.
WAMCO is here. It's a Dutch company. There is a lot they're doing. They had engagements with the Minister for Agriculture. They were already engaging each other. So we discussed the National Livestock Transformation Plan. They want to improve the breed of our cattle so that they produce more milk, and they are going to be the guaranteed off-takers for the milk that will be produced, that would accrue from that improvement. So these are things, and through the improvement of the cattle, the cows, and their yield, we also hope to tackle the issue of farmer-herder conflict, and that was the essence of the National Livestock Transformation Plan.
And again, on the pending issue of a joint binational commission to coordinate affairs between Nigeria and the Kingdom of Netherlands, a step further has been achieved, and we also got some reactions on these from the minister.
There was the agreement that we need to have a binational commission, and this is something we also discussed with Mr. President and the Prime Minister. So to formalize the relationship even further so that we'll be able to have more production done in Nigeria in terms of the supply and value chains.
And so after all of these meetings and the agreement reached, it is expected that all of them will be finalized for the implementation to begin in earnest and for the manifestation to begin as well for the country to the betterment of the country and its economy.
Many thanks, Musba, for keeping us up to speed there. And back home in Nigeria, the African Development Bank is working towards helping Nigeria to achieve its quest of producing highly modified seeds to boost food production for the country and beyond. Abdullahi Mustafa reports that these formed part of discussions at Bayero University, Kano, during the visit of the AFDB Vice President Beth Dunford to Nigeria.
Mean you should be too scared. You know, the African Development Bank supported Ethiopia with heat-tolerant wheat varieties that in 3 years allowed them to become totally self-sufficient in wheat. They are now a net exporter of wheat. And I'm delighted to say that the African Development Bank this year is supporting Nigeria at this, in fact, this dry season to cultivate 118,000 hectares of these heat-tolerant wheat varieties.
The words of the African Development Bank President Akinwumi Adesina have now been matched into action. Representatives of the bank are here at the Center for Excellence to see for themselves its activities and the state-of-the-art facilities on ground so as to come up with better ways to boost food production. Research and training for farmers with priority for women and youth will be the major focus.
What we need to transform agricultural, to provide that employment that people need in this region, but also to provide the security, food security that people need, is we need high-level science and technology to really help improve agriculture. And that's what we see here today. We see scientists working on improved varieties. We see scientists working on soil testing to ensure that farmers are planting the right varieties. We see fertilizer testing to make sure they have the right inputs to help these varieties thrive.
Within the 12 years of establishment, the center, its director, Professor Jibril Muhammad, disclosed, has gone beyond training Nigerians.
In our immediate environment, we have 22 adapted communities that we are working with, but we also work across the dry lands of Nigeria and Western Central Africa.
The Vice President was taken around laboratories, newly built entrepreneurial center and farm. Earlier, Beth Dunford also paid a visit to the Vice Chancellor of the University, Sagir Adamu Abbas.
Women from all over Nigeria have converged in Abuja for the 2024 Biennial Convention of the National Council for Women Societies, NCWS. The two-day gathering is focusing on investing in women to accelerate their progress. Momso Damian Dati has the details.
In groups and clusters, women representatives from all over Nigeria trooped to the Mariam Babangida National Center for Women Development. The arrival of wife of the president, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, represented, set the ball rolling.
We must pray for our nation and encourage our children to be law-abiding. Women must also strongly resolve to work together, support and help one another.
What I want now is action plan. Action. That's what I need. Let us focus to empower those women trained.
The two-day event is providing a platform for women to exchange ideas and explore practical ways of attracting investments to enhance their development.
To the need for women to be acknowledged, women to be empowered, women to be on the decision table so that we can have progress.
Fix ourselves and know what we are targeting, politically, socially, and economically.
Speaker after speaker share thoughts on how best to promote the cause of women in Nigeria. An appreciation and award to the wife of the president and empowerment of some women selected from different states wrapped up the day's events. Momso Damian Dati, NTA News.
Petrol queues are still visible in almost all petrol stations in Abuja, with some motorists alleging they slept in petrol stations to get petrol. Lydia Sampson reports.
I will kill you mercilessly. I see you small. This guy, you small.
They want beat you. What's up?
Now I come buy fuel. As I come buy fuel, person go wear police uniform, drive motor enter inside. Another go drive police uniform, drive enter inside, and I dey queue. I don't stay for more than 2 hours now. Now my vex so drive enter inside. So I go must collect fuel.
As you can see, motorists behind me. Their temper is very high because they've been waiting at petrol station for long and everybody is running out of patience. So this is just what we've witnessed in one petrol station. We are going round today. Hopefully we pray the tempers will be getting lower as the situation improves. This unfortunately resonates in most petrol stations with endless queues encroaching the roads with motorists lamenting their predicament. Godswill Chinedu is an Uber driver and his frustration is similar to that of most motorists.
Other ones, I don't know, they are holding it for no just cause. So we want the presidency and the Minister of Petroleum, the directors to look into it so that this thing will be solved, so that the masses can breathe.
The irony is that right in front of petrol stations, these petrol hawkers, popularly called black market trail hawkers, are having a field day capitalizing on motorists' desperation and hiking the petrol price. Motorists, though frustrated with the long waiting for petrol, are keeping their fingers crossed, hoping the queues fizzle out quickly so life can return to normal. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Let's take a break now. More reports when we return.
From the creeks of the Niger Delta to the breathtaking scenery of the plateau, in noonday and nighttime, we set out to bring to you captivating stories that evoke your emotions. For fascinating documentaries and reports on day-to-day issues with expert analysis, tune in to NTA News24, DSTV Channel 419, GoTV Channel 26, StarTimes Channel 101 and 433, and Free TV Channel 703.
Thanks for being there. The federal government says Nigeria will save more than $2.5 billion every year if 1 million vehicles can be converted to using compressed natural gas. The Chief Executive Officer of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, stated this during the CNG Solutions Hackathon 2024, with the theme improving access to CNG through digital mobile-based platforms in Nigeria. The clean energy advocates are pushing for the use of compressed natural gas to mitigate the impact on Nigerians from the phasing out of fuel subsidy by promoting financing and establishing a regulatory environment for widespread CNG auto gas conversion in Nigeria.
Own advantage. And this gas is safer, it's cheaper, it's more reliable, and it's cleaner. We need to stop burning expensive, dirty fuel and instead sell it to countries that need it, make it, get the crude oil, process it, refine it, thank goodness for Alhaji Dangote, and export it, make a lot of money doing it, boost our naira, and use our own gas. So that has to be the formula, and use that gas to power not just our transportation sector, use it to power the power industry, use it to power our industries, use it to power agriculture.
Oluwagbemi stressed the need for effective gas sector policies that will give Nigeria the ability to harness opportunities in the sector, and experts are also of the opinion that Nigerians need to have a change of mindset for more adoption of CNG products in Nigeria.
We've partnered with the PICNG to to find innovative ideas or businesses at a very early stage that can plug into the 3 basic systems of the CNG program in Nigeria. We hope to find people who can rely on the systems of the CNG program in Nigeria to be able to design, build other types of companies that can amplify, or rather that can equally scale the use and adoption of CNG vehicles in Nigeria.
The call for more private sector investment to deliver 1 million vehicles to compressed natural gas by 2027. The codification of the appointment of judicial officers to reduce discretion in the process is one of the recommendations of the National Summit on Justice 2024. Participants at the two-day summit are of the opinion that the development will enhance access to justice in Nigeria. Judiciary correspondent Mina Daniels reports.
The summit takes a critical look at the judicial appointment process and harps on the need to place premium on an improved transparency, meritocracy, and meaningful performance evaluation of those who seek judicial office. Participants are equally of the view that critical reforms should be carried out in the justice sector. Funding, budgeting, and administration for the judiciary also attract the attention of participants at the summit. Key players say the current process of funding the court is totally deficient. The independence of the judiciary and the need to professionalize the administration of the courts with clear separation from administration of justice also took the front burner. In addition, the automatic right of appeal to the Supreme Court is to be severely curtailed.
Including access to justice, improving efficiency in service delivery, and strengthening the independence of the judiciary. The revised national policy on justice, he said, proposes interventions in areas such as human rights protection, fair trial mechanisms, alternative dispute resolution, and technological advancements for a more efficient system. The summit acknowledged the importance of collaboration between various stakeholders, including the executive, the judiciary, the Nigerian Bar Association, and various development partners to achieve these goals.
Discipline both at the bar and on the bench to enhance the quality of justice delivery in Nigeria and enhance the confidence of the people in the justice sector forms part of the consensus at the summit. In Abuja, Nina Daniels, NTA News.
The Director General, National Council on Climate Change, Dr. Salisu Dahiru, has harped on the need to harness power of predictive modeling and advanced analysis to address challenges of climate change in Nigeria. This was at the launch of National Project on Climate and Disaster Risk Modeling for Nigeria held in Abuja. Stakeholders at the event agreed that disasters have severe consequences, including loss of livelihoods and increased public spending and recovery efforts, hence the need to act decisively with foresight. It is envisaged that the modeling will help government identify vulnerabilities and prioritize mitigation efforts with unprecedented accuracy.
Risk analytics in the project will enable gathering data on climate patterns, historical disaster events, and vulnerability assessment, including scenarios for floods.
We are really glad to get the support from the Global Risk Management Alliance under the National Council on Climate Change to do the required study, on-ground data collection to be able to support government decision on where to invest.
Eventually, the goal is to reach out to states and look at their risks and eventually solve their risks when we are talking about risk understanding. So the evolution of GRMA as a project would lead into the future of going subnational and even on a city scale as well.
The Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, has reiterated its commitment to leverage its wide reach in promoting e-procurement system to ensure transparency and accountability in public and private sectors in the country. Usman Zubairu reports that this was the position of Africa's largest network, the NTA, when its management paid host to the Postgraduate Association of Procurement Management students who were on a CATS visit.
These potential procurement managers believe that the NTA, being the largest television network in Africa, has a role to play in moving Nigeria from manual procurement to e-procurement system in line with international standards. Director General of the NTA, represented by Executive Director Special Duties, Adam Musambu, says the NTA recognized the role of the procurement unit when acquiring items and services. He assured the association that it can always count on the NTA in whatever way possible, as it strives to propagate the ideals and value of procurement management for nation building.
As steps are now being taken by the management towards empowering the unit through the deployment of technology, we will appreciate your support in terms of knowledge and expertise to enable us enhance the operations of the unit for greater NTA.
Leader of the delegation of the Postgraduate Association of Procurement Managers Students said currently only 6 universities in the country offered the course at the postgraduate level. They believe there is strong synergy with NTA will create a much needed enlightenment about procurement.
Engage the organizations so that to be partnership with them, having series of programs to be creating awareness and to be educating and informing the society what procurement all entails.
During the visit, the association conferred on the Director General of the NTA, Salih Abdulhamid Dembos, with an award of Icon of Good Leadership and Integrity 2024. In Abuja, Usman Zubair, NTA News.
The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia says it is committed to providing humanitarian aid to Nigeria in the interest of the Nigerians. This was at a formal handover of 100 tons of Saudi premium dates to the officials of Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Ministry in Abuja for distribution. Tokpe Alabi reports.
Over the years, Saudi Arabia's monarch humanitarian aid and relief centers have been providing support to Nigeria, with the most recent being the It'am initiative in March 2024 by distributing food baskets worth $400,000 to about 6,000 households spread across Kano, Jigawa, Katsina, Borno, and Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The donation was received by Nigeria's Deputy Director, Middle East and Gulf Division, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Murtala Jima, and Saudi Arabia Ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Faisal Ibrahim El Ghamdi, says giving dates is part of annual humanitarian aids besides other interventions of 98 projects in the country valued at $47.2 million in food security, health, early recovery, sanitation and hygiene, education and charitable assistance by the custodian of the two holy mosques.
We have economic and political issues, especially after the meeting of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with the Royal Car, with the Crown Prince, where we are expecting a strong relationship in economic and trade.
Very soon, the two countries is going to inaugurate a business council, which is going to Nigeria-Saudi Business Council, which is going to oversee business and economic partnership, drive it between the two countries. So we are really moving forward.
The Saudi Ministry of Islamic Affairs has been coordinating King Salman's distribution of dates in 93 countries and iftar banquets in 60 nations. In Abuja, Tokpe Alabi, NTA News.
The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has, on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria, extended deepest condolences to the family, friends and colleagues of Sidi Ali. The minister, in a statement, described late Sidi Ali as a respected veteran journalist, prolific writer and a politician whose contributions to the field of journalism, literature and politics have left an indelible mark. The statement adds that Sidi Ali, throughout his career, exemplified high standards of professionalism and integrity and provided invaluable insights with historical references into the present issues of time. Mohammed Idris said that as the nation mourns the loss of Sidi Ali, his wisdom, compassion and dedication to his craft will continue to inspire generations to come. And former President Muhammadu Buhari mourns the demise of renowned journalist, author and politician Sidi Hamid Ali, who passed following a long illness. Calling the late journalist a creative writer, the former president said Sidi won his administration when he wrote an excellent book chronicling his war against the twin evils of corruption and indiscipline as military head of state, and followed up with another publication on his accomplishment as an elected civilian president. In another message to his former special assistant political matters in the office of the vice president, President Buhari mourns the death of a famous